I've been hard at work trying to fix my clan boss team on the free-to-play account. Let's see how I'm doing. Hello everybody, I'm Roadblock and this is a Raid Shadow Legends video, and we are on the free-to-play today. I have been working on fixing my clan boss team, and I've talked about this in a previous video. And basically, what I did was I swapped in Corvus, and I put Corvus in the same gear that I had the Epic in, which is, there it is, Anchorite. So I put Corvus in the gear that Anchorite was in. The same relic, I upgraded the relic just to get more defense out of it because I was still having some difficulty, but that was an affinity issue too. So hopefully we'll have some improvements here. I did focus, because he has such a higher base defense, I did go ahead and focus more on the damage side of things, but if I continue to have problems, it's something I can always change in the future to give him more survivability. I did change out some of the gear, like I went with different boots that had more defense on them. So just trying to prioritize defense wherever I can, as well as a few different things. You'll notice I didn't upgrade the HP here because he's just getting, he was still getting destroyed by those stuns. So, okay, well, we're gonna find out how it works. I kind of did a little test yesterday and it looked promising. We are on a good affinity, so we're about to find out how this goes. My goal is not to hit like 1500 turns, or like, I understand that this should easily hit that. I just don't have, I want to say it's the speed that I don't have for it. I think really that's what's holding me back here. Listen up, I just got a new promo link that you can use to follow along with me on my latest free-to-play adventure and get a free Elenaril, as well as 3 more powerful epics as you level up. Here's how to do it. Log out of Plarium Play and uninstall. Click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Launch Raid and complete the tutorial. Go to your inbox and claim your first champ. Don't miss out on your chance to get Elenaril right after signing up, as well as Fayne, Uugo, and Tagoar as you progress through Raid. Click on my link right now and let's crush this together. Let's see what we can do. It's a good sign. It's taken a while. Hey, look at that. I will take that 265 million damage for sure. And you can see Corvus did a lot more damage than Anchorite as well. So really happy with that. So we made the improvement there to Corvus. So now now granted that different affinities will work differently. This is spirit affinity, so slightly worse for, no, sorry, that's better for Corvus. It would be force affinity that is worse, but we'll see how that turns out. So 416, yeah, so, and that went 1500 turns, no problem. So we have made that improvement there. So hopefully that sticks. But what else is kind of going on the free to play? Like, I wanted to talk about that specifically, and I really had no clue if that was going to work. Like I said, I did a small test running it through manual just to see how the stuff works, and it looked like it would work, but I had my doubts. So because I've been confident before in that kind of thing, and it's been led me astray. So let's do a quick recap and kind of where we're at. Arena, we are finally up to gold 4. Finally up to gold 4. It has been difficult. Not difficult, like all the battles are easy. It's just frustrating because I don't want to spend gems on this. I really want to stockpile a big chunk of gems in order to give myself the maximum ability moving forward in this game. I really want to be able to find success on this account, and I need to target very specific champions. I talked about that in another video, so I'm very like conscious of what I'm doing with my resources and making sure that I'm saving them as appropriate. And so I will be skipping the fusion. I already talked about that. I'm also skipping a lot of the little stuff that's going on, right? Like, I'm not doing any of these tournaments. As for what I'm using my energy for, I don't really know right now. Definitely going to do this spider tournament probably. And that's because I need silver really badly. And why do I have such low silver? Because I've been leveling a bunch of gear and building different champions right now. So trying to get improvements on my roster where I can, but I need gear, but I also want to double dip. So hopefully, well, this is the Dark Fae rotation as well. So I need to do better about properly using my Dark Fae team and farming those resources. Now, at this difficulty, it's very easy to do. This isn't a Dark Fae video, but since we're looking at it, I will briefly kind of touch on the team. It's pretty basic. Thor to kill the waves, Newt to kill the boss, Bunny for the aura, because it's my fastest aura on the account, and Allure just to keep turn meter down on the boss. And Newt does that as well. So turn meter manipulation of Dark Fae is essentially my plan. The team works pretty well. It worked the other day. I haven't really played with it a lot, but that's on me not properly farming during the Fark Day rotation. Yes, the Fark Day rotation. No, the Dark Fae rotation is what I need to be doing. Now, for Hydra, which I do want to get my Hydra keys done today, probably gonna not do very well. I've really only ever been able to do hard on this account without just a really top tier support champion. It's been difficult. Well, you know what? I'm mostly being stubborn in the past, right? I've not wanted to build the champions that could probably help me out that I have, right? It's like, I don't want to build Rector Drath because I could pull something better later, right? I don't want to build, like, I don't want to use a Reliquary Tender because she's in, you know, she's locked into my Shogun team, right? So it's like, I'm kind of making excuses as to why I don't use some of my really good champions. So that is something that I need to work on and something I need to improve. I'm still working on getting masteries for Vargal as well. He's going to be really good once I get him finished because he's a really good provoker. It's a one-turn provoke, but it's on a 2-turn cooldown. And he's got a lot of really cool abilities, and if you pair him with Lizardmen right now, he's really good. So I have to play with my teams a little bit. I do have some good burners that I could utilize as well, and I think some of the champions in here have gotten buffed recently, if I'm not mistaken. So I have a lot of work to do still. I need to do some digging and figuring out my plans. Obviously, building Estrid would be very good as well. You can see she's already booked up too. So that's one area that I need to work on. I think Nyaya is really, really good as well. I would like to get White Dryad Nia going. Yeah, isn't War Chief a really good provoker? And I think he got buffed recently. Yeah, I got a lot of work to do. I'm sure. The only reason I think War Chief's a good provoker is I think I get yelled at by Cheap Vodka whenever I don't mention War Chief. So, but you can see, like, I don't have that many 60s, right? I've been very patient with who I invest my resources into. So it's time to get investing and to get building these teams because I've been not progressing, I feel like, fast enough. And I do have 2 Ugos as well. The second Ugo's not built, so gotta get to work on Hydra. But like I talked about in my video the other day, I'm compartmentalizing things, right? So plan A, hey, fix my clan boss team. Make this thing 100% so I don't have to use multiple keys. And sometimes forget, because guess what I did yesterday? I forgot that I only did 40 million with my first key before I had Corvus built. And I built Corvus to use my second key, but I forgot to use it. And I used it on Nightmare and Brutal. And so I actually didn't get rewards from Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss yesterday because of that mistake. So that's, now I shouldn't make that mistake anymore. That team should be able to, at very least, get over that 70 million damage at the very least. Even if things go terribly wrong with it, I should be able to get that 70 million damage out of it, which is really good for me because then I can just don't have to worry about using a second key or, remembering. So that was plan A. Now plan B is Hydra, because Hydra has some of the best gear in the game. I really want protection gear for a lot of my champions and for some of my supports, the few that I have. So that is the next step for me, is to figure out Hydra. And of course, I'm doing Arena at the same time because they are different things. So you can see I have used up all of my tokens in here. I have nothing left for regular Arena. So I'm just waiting for it to refresh so I can get gold 5 at those extra stats for my team. Oh, I've been also focused in the market a lot. You can see here I bought a piece. 5-star gear isn't exactly like what I'm excited about, but I'm very strapped for gear on this account. I don't have a lot of good gear, which is something that surprises me a little bit. Granted, I'm not farming stage 10 on any difficulty of this account, but I would really like to think that I could do that. After almost 2 years of this account, granted I took like a 6-month break, I'd have better gear than what I do have. And a big part of that holdup is actually Hydra, which sounds crazy. Sure, I probably could be farming dungeons more often than what I am, but I've had Doom Tower on farm for a long time, and I'm about to go run my Dark Fae team in there. So not too worried about Doom Tower gear, but the gear from Protection. Protection's a really, really, really good set. And this account doesn't have a lot of the accessories that my other account has because I don't score as high in Hydra Clash. So I'm not getting these chests down here, and I'm never getting like a 650 million chest where I would get a lot of rings and amulets. I'm getting, I'm barely getting one of the 35 bests, and that's if we hit first place. And so even down here, I only have 6 drops, versus put 10 that I get over on the main account. And that holds me up a lot because that's a lot of extra speed that you can get out of your accessory slot. And of course, I haven't been playing this game since the introduction of the new dungeon rotation for different gear sets. So that's hurting me as well. So we got to make a comeback from that deficit that I'm in and kind of get focused. And we do have a personal rewards clan v clan coming up, so I'm excited for that because I will get to craft some pieces of gear, which is exciting. I don't have any instinct. Those are all weaker pieces. But if there is gear that I can craft that will give me some assistance, I am very eager to get to work on that. So definitely going to get a lot of perception gear out of this, fully, and maybe even some mythical charms. It feels like I have so many mythical charms on my main account and I have none over here. Speaking of Cursed City, so I don't really have a lot that could do hard Cursed City. I'm pretty weak on this account. You can see like nobody here behind me is built to be able to do this stage of Cursed City, which, yes, there's a longer way for me to get in here, but you got to think if I can't do kind of a simple early stage, I'm gonna have a hard time even beating the bosses, let alone getting to them, which is even harder. And then you can see like here, I barely, these are not leveled. So I'm gonna have a difficult time finding success in some of these bosses and stuff. So it's just like, what? Hard is in fact hard. So I made the choice just to go back over to normal and try to get the keys there, maybe get some gear from Amius, hopefully, and get some gear from some of these bosses, hopefully, and just try and use my keys up over here. So I've been doing good about that. I'm very close to getting to use my keys here. So we just need to, this rotation is particularly tough too for my roster on this side. But good news is as time progresses, I do intend to start working on some of these champions, getting them built up. Like we've got Lord Shazar, Tomb Lord, those are ones that make very good sense to build up. I don't really want to build Skeletor, but Skeletor is an option if I care that much about progressing through this room. But I also have some good epics to use here. So it's time that I start spreading the love on this account. Instead of having such a small roster of legendaries, it's time to start getting more of them leveled up and built, and so that I can use them in different areas. But that's a future problem because Faction Wars is still my next biggest area. Now, these are 2 areas, thankfully, that are 63 stars. So we've already talked about the areas that aren't, and I am working on developing and building champions for those zones so that we can finally get Lydia, which would be a massive boost for this account. So, yep. Anyways, those are my plans for the free-to-play. I love talking about the free-to-play and kind of sharing with you guys what I'm going through, what my strategies are to kind of recover this account, because it's actually been really, really difficult. For record, this right here automatically upgrades you to Gold Arena. But I did that, and then I stopped playing the account again. And so I don't have a chance to get another one of those tickets. So I have to manually grind my way back up to Gold Arena, which has been difficult. So just because I don't have enough keys. So I just have to keep waiting, and then once one of them, every hour when they repopulate, pop them in, use them, and that's it. So, but I wanted to make sure I gave that disclaimer because I didn't want anyone to say in the revival path you go right back to gold and dumb. It's like, yeah, I know, I did that already, and then I stopped playing for so long, I deranked back to bronze 1. Fun times. Also, where am I at in Tag Team Arena? Tag Team Arena is another one where I am also battling back because getting the Bazaar will be very important for me if I can get this Void Shard. That'll help me get more shards, obviously, for future Void champions, because Void champions are going to make a bigger impact on the account than non-Voids. So, cool. Well, we'll call that the update for today. Clan Boss team is fixed. Now it's time to focus on Hydra, so keep an eye out for future videos about my Hydra development, and I look forward to seeing all of you in the next video. If you are new here, please consider subscribing. It is the best way to support this channel. Take care.